All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining the uh, the introductory class meeting here. This is where I try to go over all the stuff as much as I can in a video format. I know you have the syllabus there you can read. You have a lot of other things you can read, but I wanted just to introduce this in a video setting here. So first things first, if you click on here, there's just a quick video, an introduction of me, where I come from. Um, Went to Fresno City College for my AA degree, then went to Fresno State for my bachelor's degree, and then went to Fresno Pacific for my master's degree. So then I decided to teach I got a job at West Hills College, and I've been here over 20 years. So actually, it's called Kalinga College now, and for the last year or so. So we got that here. And first things first, let's kind of go through the syllabus. I'm going to see if I can just open up like this. There you go. I'm going to just do parts of the syllabus. So the class is called STAT-C1000, and that is the first time we are doing this numbering for the class. It used to be called Math 25, so you might actually even hear people refer back to it to Math 25. Are you going to take Math 25? Statistics, and that's what it is. This is the first semester. We're doing stats C100. And now what's happening in the state of California is all the classes are trying to be numbered exactly the same. So if it's a stats class, introductory stats class, they will be all numbered stats C1000, just so you know. All right, but we're in the fall semester. We're online. The book that you need is this one right here. Let's talk about it. You really don't need a physical textbook in your hand because when you sign up for um, the My Math Lab, it does have an ebook already there. Some people, I usually have one or two people in the class that usually still says, I want a physical textbook in my hand. If that's the case, you can get one as well. But there's going to be a physical textbook already. All right, my office hours. The 5:30 to 6:30, 9 to 9. That's for the physical class that I teach on Mondays. The online office hours are going to be Tuesday and Thursday, 1 to 3. So if you need some help in this class particularly, then you can sign up. That'd be just fine. My phone number for my office and then my email address in case you need to. All right, this is just a bit about the course. You are taking a statistics course, which basically has applications in everywhere. Normally, what's going to happen is whatever field you go into, history or nursing or science or math or computer science, usually we're going to have an extra course beyond this that's going to deal with statistics in your particular field. So this is why it's called the Introduction to Statistics. You'll have one more before you get to your bachelor's degree, and that one will probably have more applications in your field. All right, but here it is. Here's the 14 things we're going to cover right over here. It's a good huge list. And then let's go on to the next page here. You'll also have something called student learning outcomes. Those are outcomes. It's going to be a test towards the end of the semester. It's going to be these three key topics. It is topics that the math instructors at Kalinga College said that was kind of important. And so we have a test on those. What we do is we grade them together and we see if there's things that we can learn from the exams to better or improve the class. But let's get to the nitty gritty of the class here. So lectures. There's kind of two different ways to think about lectures for this class. One is there's a whole video library made by the publisher. It's called the Multimedia Library, and we'll get to that as we go through um, the My Math Lab portion of the class. And there's videos there. It covers the whole entire course. The other one is I've made, as I taught this class several times, I've made the videos of this class itself. You can click on that. You go to the YouTube channel itself. All right, and I will say it's going to be referred to as Math 25 because of the when I recorded the class. All right, so then you have online homework to do. It's called the Mind Lab and Master. You're going to do the homework there. As you do, I'll show it to you here, but you do have some help on it as well. You can go to the video of the textbook. There's some other things that you can help there, which we'll go over as we get there. All right, the only thing that I would like to do is the due dates on the calendar. They're going to be there. And then it expires. It's on Eastern Standard Time. So technically, it's going to expire at 9 p.m. every single day because in New York, that would be like midnight. So the program itself is set to Eastern Standard Time as opposed to Pacific. All right, you do have a midterm exam. We'll take a look at those a little later on. You do have discussion boards. Now, notice it says this is on Canvas. So, because this is on Canvas, that means that you should find them on Canvas as opposed to the MATLAB and Mastery site. This one, that's a little exam. I'm so sorry. This should be Canvas as well. I'll have to fix that a little bit later on. That's little exam is on Canvas. And then the final exam is on the My MATLAB and Mastery. All right. With that said, let's go on. Few things here. Ooh, and is that a little bit better? Can you guys really see the page better?
Yeah, it's better. Right.
Perfect. Okay. So attendance. Here is the only thing that you got to do here. You got to email me, say that you want to stay in the class today, or else I will contact you. And if I have no response, I will have to drop you from the class. It's almost like coming to class on the first day. Essentially, that's what you got. Additionally, what you need to do is you do need to sign up for the MyLab and Mastery. You do have a 14-day free trial on it, and it should be self-explanatory how to do it, but there is a way that you can take a look at in the files menu how to sign up for it if you trouble. And if you still have trouble, contact me. All right, and pretty much is I want if you don't complete 4 sections in the homework, which is basically skipping 4 chapters, or you missed the midterm, that'd be grounds to drop you. Doesn't mean that I will, just means I can at this point. But if you are wanting to drop the class, please drop yourself from the class. We're good. All right. Then the other stuff is contacting me if you need help with the class. Just email me. If you're stuck on questions, you can email me or just wait for the office hours. That's what it is there. I already set up my office hours already on the course, and then some drop dates. So September 1st is the deadline. If you look at the class and you go from this date, you're like, this class is not for me, then you should drop before this date, and it shows as if you've never taken the class. It'll never appear on your transcript or anything. Once you stay after this date, the class will appear on your transcript. So you have till November 11th. If you, for some reason, just said, I can't go on with this class, you drop out, you'll have a W on your transcript. And if you stay beyond the 11th, that means I have to give you a letter grade of A, B, C, D, or F. All right, the breakdown for the letter grade is right here. So the online homework is going to be worth 20 points, 20% of your grade. Midterm is 30. Discussion boards are 10. The slow exam will be 10, and the finals worth 30 points of your grade. And then this one just says that overall, the midterm and the final must have an average of C or 70% on that. And then this one just says if you have any conduct that violates the Board of Trustees summary in the catalog, I can fail you from the class. We do offer support services. And if you think that you would qualify for any of these here, CalWorks program, if you're looking for a job, career center, if you're looking for a career, care, if you're looking for care for your kids, if you have any here. And then if you have a learning disability, this one I want to highlight right here. If you have learning disability, please contact me. And if you think you have learning disability, contact that phone number. They will be able to test you, and then we can make the appropriate adjustments for the class for you. All right, so that is the syllabus. Let me go here, and let me go with, does anybody have any questions off the syllabus itself of the class?
That's okay. It's fine. The introduction, like.
Perfect. Okay, sounds good. Okay, let's keep on going here. So the next one is I want to introduce you to the Canvas site itself. So this one, the homepage is your module page. So over here has everything that you need. Every single week, I'll post a weekly announcement like, hey, here's where we are in the class, and we can go from there. And pretty much you progress all the way through this class. So this is kind of like the introduction stuff. I did, let's see, we did the syllabus. That's perfect. Office hours are scheduled. This one, I think a good thing to do is to print it out for yourself because I made the schedule of all the due dates for the class. So if you want to, you can just kind of download it right here. I will just make it bigger so we can kind of see it. But essentially, here it is. Here's my first day. Email me, sign up for the site, and then you have discussion board number one, and chapter number one is due on the 15th, which is this Friday. And essentially, what I have is I have things due on Fridays. So we have that. And then you go through September. It does give you the, I don't think I put in all the dates of known class, but here it is. So on September 5th, chapter three is due. Discussion board number three is due. And then also there's something called the grade check. I just want you to email me asking me, telling me how you're doing in the class. If you're struggling with things, if you need extra help on things. And normally, if you don't do it by then, I just emailed you on the Saturday saying, hey, I just want to know how you're doing. So the midterm comes up on the 26th. And literally the best thing to do is just to download this, have it somewhere handy so that you know where you um yeah, what assignments are due. And then the final exam, it is right here. It's on the 10th. And after that, we are done with the class. That is it. And so that is the schedule for the class, going back to the home page. And then what I also did is I have this little resource page. This has been added as students have told me about certain things or I've explored certain stuff. So Desmos is just a really cool calculator if you want to, and a graphing site if you ever want to see that. Mathway calculator has pretty cool things. So just some resources. There's some online calculators for stats in case you need one. I also suggest if you're close by to the Kalinga campus or the Fireball campus, that you can go get a TI-84 calculator. That's the one I show on the site here. And it helps you with some of the things in the class. Otherwise, you probably want to go and use some of the online calculators there. And then some YouTube channels that are helpful. The Organic Chemistry Tutor, you use a tutor that has a whole bunch of videos and a whole bunch of different subjects, usually math and science. Mario's math tutoring, some students said that they really use that one. Some students use the Khan Academy. And then what I have here is this. It's my statistics page. So this one is the same one that's referred to in the syllabus. So if you click on here, you'll go to a YouTube channel, has all the videos for the whole entire class. You do have discussion boards. This is just the intro. And notice I have due dates as well. So for each one of these, I have due dates when they are due. So this is the Friday due date of the 15th. And you should progress through all of this. This is the Friday due date for chapter one. Here's the PowerPoints that I go through. Here's the video associated with them. There's two more sections of chapter one, and here's the videos for it. And then we have this one. We have the Student Cafe. Student Cafe is just for you guys as students. You log in, and if you are having, you can start an entry. Um, if you're having trouble with the homework or something else like that, that's where you enter things here. It's free for all, pretty much. I will check it from time to time, and I just ask if you see some people that are being rude or abusive, please tell me so I can regulate that. But otherwise, I'll be pretty much like hands off this page because this is almost like a little like a lounge for you guys to come together and say, hey, I was stuck on chapter one, number seven. Does anybody know how to do that one? Some semesters, people take advantage of it. It's just interesting how just kind of the student dynamic comes together. I've had people back and forth, all conversations all the time in regards to the math class. And then sometimes there's hardly any discussion whatsoever. So just use it as a class, how you guys see fit. All right, so each one of these, notice, yes, there's a due date and there's a little something something discussion board about the syllabus. And then we have chapter two, and it just keeps on going pretty much the same way. There's the grade check for that week. All right, then I just want to go all the way down. Then we also have a midterm and the final. So here it is. If you click on this, it will give you the breakdown for the midterm exam. And essentially this is the question on the test. This is the section it's coming from, and this is the instructions right here. And that should be very, very similar to the homework that you have done as well. So if you scroll down here, you notice the midterm is going to be from chapters 1 to 5, and there are 30 questions on the midterm. And so you have the instructions for it, you just don't have the numbers themselves. So if you go through the homework, like in chapter 1, 1.1, when you do this problem with those same instructions, just kind of have in the back of your mind, like, oh, that's going to also be on the midterm. So just kind of keep that in mind. If you want to print this out, that's perfect. That would be a good way to do it as well, if you would like. All right, so that's the midterm. Scrolling down through chapter 9 and 10, and there it is. There's the student learning outcome exam, and then there's the final exam study guide. So there it is, and there's actually the exam itself. Now this will actually be available the week of, so I should tell you that the midterm exam, the final, and the SLO, they will be they're set to open up on Monday of that week, and then you have till the end of the week to finish them up. Same thing here. This will open up on Monday, except the final is due on Wednesday, so it'll be open up for 3 days. All right, that is the Canvas site. So now let's go to where you're going to do most of your work, which is it's called Access Pearson. And Pearson is the publisher. So clicking on that, yours will be a little bit different than mine because I already set mine up. You'll click on Open Pearson. And then right over here, it'll say, it'll be in blue initially. It'll say connect to my lab. And you click on that. You put in your email address. You create a passcode, and then you go from there. And then you're in. But I'm going to open it up. And this is where you're going to do most of your content work. So this is all the homework, the midterm, and the final is to be done here. As you open up, this is what it looks like. Let me give you the student view right here. This just means all the homework has been set up for you. And notice you have the due dates here too. So if you click on this one, it'll tell you what's due on the 15th. You have chapter 1. Now notice there's also a discussion board for chapter 1, right? So this does not tell you the stuff that's due in Canvas. It just tells you the stuff that's due for homework, midterm, and final only. All right, getting back to the student view. There it is. All right, also what you want to do is you want to just click on the welcome to my math lab, and it just kind of runs through your browser check. It'll just check things that you make sure you have for the start of the class. But I do want to show you the homework assignment itself. If you click on chapter 1 homework, there's your, looks like 35 questions here. If you click on number 1, it'll pop up in another window. So I have to drag it over just real quick here. And there it is. It says, okay, a sample is a numerical measure that describes a sample characteristic. Sample is a collection of outcomes, blah, 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 all the good stuff here. So what do you want to look at is right here, all the little help features right over here. So if you're stuck answering this question, you can go to the textbook. StatCrunch is kind of like a little calculator. And then this one has a few more things here. You can get text help. You can ask the instructor. There's all these different pieces right here. I do ask that instead of asking the instructor by question, you visit the office hours at that point. All right, but yes, you do have a textbook here, which I want to show you. It'll pop up again in a separate window. And sometimes the instructor one works and sometimes it doesn't. So let's see how this works. Whoa, okay. So went to
Yeah,
here.
I have a question to respect to my lab. My lab. For my lab, do I need my personal or a school email?
Oh yeah, good question. So for the My Lab, do you want your West Hills College email or your personal email? It does not matter. However, you think would be best for you. Um, I would probably stick with just the school email, just because everything will be just sort of school related that way. All right.
So in this case, it's like my personal email for my lab.
Um, I it doesn't matter however you want to do it. I would prefer, I mean, if I were as a student, I would probably just use my school email. That's just me, but I'm not sure how you want to do it. It both ways are perfectly fine.
Okay.
All right, the other one is I want to show you that on the yeah, does that make sense there? So I don't think it matters one way or the other. All right, the other thing I want to show you is on the homework. You can do it infinite amount of times. So you can do basically do it until you get it right, and then you can do a final check whether you got it right or wrong. If it's correct, um, try again, and I'm just gonna try like this. And so you have oh, I'm just gonna do this one, okay. And then once you get it right, there it is. You can move on to the next question, and you got a little green check mark saying that you got it right. All right, and that's the way you progress through the class after you do the videos here. So let me show you a few
I
things here.
have
So,
another question.
oh yeah,
In each question where there will be a second chance?
yeah, for the homework questions, you can do it as many times as you like.
Okay.
Yeah, on the test, when you get to the test questions, you'll only have two chances per question.
Yeah, I know. Um, Wait.
Oh, sure. And let me get to something as well here. Just real quick here, I forgot to show you. I should have showed you the videos already. So here is, if you want to see the whole playlist of my videos for the class, click on here and here. It'll take you to YouTube, and I should show you this one right here. So these are my videos. They are all in order, and this is me teaching the class pretty much. There's 1.1, there's 1.2, and then we just start off the class.
That one is the book, right?
So this is me doing a lecture about 2 summers ago of this class itself. And you'll hear students interact with me. I will be pretty much lecturing through the whole entire class.
Okay.
So this is probably the best way. And then there's sometimes if you see on the screen here, it says like version 2. And so there's a regular one, there's a version 2. That means that was just the afternoon class. I just recorded both of them. Doesn't mean one is better than the other. And you don't have to watch both of them, just watch one of them. But I just had version 2. I just stuck it on there since it's the same class, just in the afternoon. All right, and I have these done all the way through chapter 8. So then I'll have to do still chapter 9 and 10 by in this semester. So these are videos for you guys, so you guys have it. So it is found under the resource right here, and you get a full list. Like if you want to share, if you want to click it and then maybe like save it as a bookmark and bookmark it the playlist, that's cool too. That works. And then also I have individually. So then if you go over here, you can actually click on the PowerPoint and you can download the PowerPoint if you want to. You can print it out if you like, whatever you like to do with them. You can print them out so that you have it in front of you. And then you click on the video so that you're just kind of going through the class itself. So here's the video. So there's a PowerPoint, clicking on video. And again, same video that we just saw. You can watch it inside. You can watch it inside the window inside Canvas. And if you click on the YouTube link right here, it takes you to the YouTube channel on it. So then you can watch it in YouTube. If you want to, you can watch it. Now notice the playlist is not even here, right? So it just goes directly only to the video. And if you wanted to do the full stream to it, it gives you that option as well. Okay, so that's one way that I thought that you guys can grab the content really easily into the class. All right. So then let's go to Access Pearson again. Open Pearson. Go to My Lab and Mastery. We were here before, but I want to show you just a couple other things here. So off to the side right over here, like I said, you do have the ebook right here. So you have the book itself, clicking on the book, and you have video presentations inside it. It's almost like it's not so much a book itself, it's extra pieces in the book. So let me see if I can find, I don't want to do the homework. I just want to go to the book itself here. Yeah, let me see. I want to get to the book
I
itself.
have a question. For
Yeah.
my lab, I don't need a code, a class code for the book.
Yeah, at first, you don't need an access code at first, and it's free for 14 days. But after the 14 days, you have 2 weeks basically to try it out. After the 14 days, you will have to you basically have to buy the subscription for the semester, and it's right around $100 for the subscription. I want to see if this is the study plan here. Let me look just a little bit more into why I can't find.
And other question, where
Uh-huh.
will the subscription fee have to be paid?
After 14 days. So you have two
Where
weeks.
in the app, or I need to go to the college and pay for the
Oh,
subscription?
got it. Yeah. In the app itself. Yeah. In because you're going to pay to My Lab and Master. You're going to pay to the Pearson on their site.
Oh, okay. Because in my other school in Mexico, I
Huh?
used to this book and I need to pay in the my school.
Oh,
So
got it. Okay. Yeah. No, it goes. School's not directed with this one. You go directly to Pearson
okay.
Education. Good. Thank you so much. Oh, right here. Here it is. So if you click on the not, I clicked a little too far. I clicked into chapter one. But if you click on just ebook contents, here's your Pearson ebook, and you get to go from there. And this is, let's go, part of your subscription. Uh-huh. And here's your textbook. And it looks like they have video topics. So it looks like, oh, okay, they integrated the videos into it now. That's cool. You can open up the ebook if you like, or they have people pretty much explaining the topics here. So section, oh, that's cool. So they actually did a little different. So I'm going to go to chapter one intro to chapter one. There it is. And we can watch the video itself. And a person is intro. I'm sorry, a few things here. Okay, there it is. So either watch me or you can watch. So this is the videos made by the publisher for the textbook. That's essentially what that is. So let's go back over here. So click on E contents, click on here. All right, and then I just want to click on this one right here. This would then just be the ebook right here. So clicking on that. If you just want just the book itself. So essentially this is the textbook that you have right over here. All right, so one last thing I want to show you here. So on the Pearson Lab stuff is this one right here. It's called the Video and Resource Library. If you click on that, it gives you all the different things that there is to do. So let's go to chapter one right here. And if you just click on select all, just want to show you select all, find. And if you just want to peruse a few things here. So this one just has some animations, which I sometimes include in lectures. This is the videos that we saw earlier, or there's some extra videos here too. You can get to the textbook right away using this, and then you have some study slides. So kind of up to you how you feel like you would learn best. If you click on this one, I think this is a slightly different video. And let me see. I think this is like a little bit of the older videos. Let's see. Yeah. But this is a little bit of the older videos that they had. So that new site that they went to, those are like the newer and improved videos for the class. So ebooks and Pearson e-text. There you go. I just want to get to it again just to make sure I know how to get there. All right. So that is the Pearson stuff. And please ask me questions if you need to come during office hours. I'll explain it again with you. That's fine. The last few things I want to show you on Canvas itself is this little guy called the Net Tutor. So if you're a Kalinga student or a Lemoore student, you have access to a Net Tutor. So these are tutors that have a bachelor's degree in the area that they cover. You do have 40 hours that the college has purchased for you already for you to come in for tutoring help. So there's tutoring, there's a writing center specifically for them. There's customer care if you need to, but we're going to go to this one here, the tutoring center. And there are two different ways to get help. But first, let's get to what we need to get to, which is mathematics, statistics, and probability. Clicking on that, and you can see all the different things that they have there. What you can do is you can meet with a tutor. You click on it, and it tells you live tutor will be with you in, and it gives you a time frame like 5 minutes or 2 minutes, and you can meet with them, and you can go with it. Also, you can even drop off a question. Like I'm really struggling with this question. I'm stuck, and you click on it, leave it there, and they usually provide an answer within 2 days. And then whether you meet with the tutor, whether you drop off a question, this one right here is just the videos of a previously recorded sessions or feedback for the question you dropped off. They're right here. They're just kind of listed. You just click on it and you keep on going. So whichever feature you need to use off of that, but all of them have at least a bachelor's degree in statistics, if not a master's degree. So really good to access them. They're professional, and I've students have even commented that that was a good way to go about getting extra help. All right, so I'm gonna stop here, and I'm just gonna ask, are there any further questions about the course itself? All right, if not, then I'm gonna just tell you to have a wonderful semester. Um, and Yeah, come to office hours. They are here Tuesdays, Thursdays, 1 to 2. I use this link to get there, print out the schedule for yourself, and then just follow along literally by the due dates as you progress through the class. The other part that I would like to say is yes, there is also tutoring in the Kalinga Library. So if you live close to Kalinga College, please utilize that. What we set up this semester is we actually have teachers that are in there as well that are tutoring during certain hours. And also, we have students that have already passed this class with an A or a B, and they are willing to tutor as well. So come into the library, ask when is best. Also, if you live next to the Lemoore campus or the Fireball campus, the same applies to you. Just walk in to see if they have tutors specifically in the statistics class, and you'll find out a time that works best. And also try out different tutors because different tutors tend to explain things a little differently. And that's the way I would go. I'll just kind of schedule an appointment with two or three different tutors and see which one kind of speaks your language or really helps you out the best. All right. I think with that I'm done. So are there any other questions?
Yes. So we'll have an assignment in my lab for this week.
I'll say that again. Say again. Sorry.
So we'll have an assignment in my lab for this week.
Yeah, uh-huh. So this week, if you look at the semester schedule, so just for the week itself, so by Friday, which is the 15th, we have two things that are due. Discussion board number one, and then chapter one is due. So discussion board is in Canvas, and then chapter one is due on the Pearson or the My Math Lab. So there's those two things that are due this Friday. And so discussion board number one, that's just an easy click. That's just right here. Click on it, and then you just do an introduction of yourself. That's essentially what you just do there. For the chapter one, It's going to Pearson, opening it up. And let me give you the student view of it here. And it's this guy right here, right on the 15th that's due. So it's homework number 1. So by this Friday, you have these 35 questions to finish up, essentially. And that would be all of chapter 1 that's due. All right, does that help?
Okay, the first assignment is like for Friday.
Uh-huh, yeah. So those two things here, uh-huh. So the discussion board, uh-huh, and the Access Pearson is also this Friday, just for chapter 1.
Okay. And another question.
Mhm.
When what I sent to the email, do I have to send it today?
I usually wait till like today or tomorrow. So,
Oh,
and the email just says, Mr. Ngiev, I'm in your statistics class. I would like to stay in the class. And that's it. Just a quick email saying I want to stay in the class.
okay.
Yeah, and usually by if I don't get it by tomorrow afternoonish, then I start emailing students to saying, hey, are you staying in the class or not?
Yeah, okay.
All right. Yeah. Any other questions? No. Okay. Well, I'm going to say goodbye then for now. I hope to communicate with you guys by email and by office hours and throughout the semester. And then I also wish you a wonderful day.
Yeah, thank you. So the finished thing, the yeah.